Hi, good morning. It's Jeff Waite at stockideas.org. Today I just want to talk very quickly about stock buybacks. People are often asking me, why do companies buy their stock back? In short, the reason is, they want to drive their stock price up, and management has cash to use and they don't have a better use for it. This makes sense if the stock is undervalued, but if stocks are overvalued, this can be a misuse of cash. But you'll often see, you know, activist investors trying to pressure management into buying back stock. And stock buybacks can present really interesting trading opportunities because it kind of indicates some implicit demand for the stock. So I just want to show you a couple websites where you can find stock buybacks for yourself. So this one is easy. If you just head over to streetinsider.com/stock+buybacks or Google Street Insider stock buybacks, you'll come to this page which shows news announcements of recent buybacks. So, this is helpful. You can just see who has announced buybacks lately or who's being lobbied to be issuing stock buybacks. Another website is the onlineinvestor.com/buybacks. This website isn't super easy to use, but has a lot of information about recent stock buybacks, and you can scroll through to see. If you want to get these in a report, you just have to sign up. Now, my favorite website for seeing stock buybacks is RTT News, and you can see a very robust stock buyback calendar here that shows a number of companies, the size of their buybacks, if they've expanded or increased their buybacks or initiated new buybacks, and how big are these buybacks? How significant are they? Now, one thing market cap of these companies, 5 billion buyback by Novartis. What percentage of market cap is that compared to 5 million on Arrow Financial? So these are questions you want to be asking yourself. And then, secondly, a quick way to double check whether or not, these buybacks are a good use of cash is to go to the FinViz stock screener and just go ahead and type in, one of the stocks here. So we could do FFIV, and we'll just click on the stock here and bring up the chart. A couple of things to keep in mind. If the company is trading at a huge premium to book value and a really high PE, stock buyback might not be the best idea because that could indicate that the company is overvalued. So if we, zoom out here, you can see, okay, the stock's not too extended. If the company was issuing a stock buyback up here at 140, I would be a bit more apprehensive. If they're putting in a stock buyback down here, maybe that is a better use of cash than their alternatives. I need to do a bit more research on this company. But, these are things you want to be aware of, because a stock buyback, that's the company using cash to buy its own stock. And if it's undervalued, that's a good thing because it reduces the outstanding pool of shares and increases the intrinsic value of each share. But if the stock is really overpriced, that's a bad use of stock repurchase money, and might just be management trying to pad their performance a bit. So, and then the other thing is, F5 is doing a $300 million buyback, and their market cap is $6.3 billion. And it'd be interesting to see if what their float is. I don't know if that shows up here, but there's 77 million shares in float. So, the total market cap of the float would be 77 million times 80, and then you'd want to divide that. I guess that's probably 1.5 billion. So the share buyback is a pretty significant amount of the outstanding shares. So that's another thing you can do, is look at the float, understand the value of the float, and then compare, okay, are they buying back 5% of their shares, or are they buying back 50% of their shares? In the latter case, that might make for a profitable opportunity for you to start investing in So I hope this kind of gives you an idea of how you can find stock buybacks, especially using this RTT News website. Additionally, if you just search stock buyback news in Google, you can see some, or share buyback. You might always want to do a bit more research and dive deeper into some of these numbers. But hopefully that gives you an idea of not only why companies buy back their stock, but how you can use that to your advantage. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this informative. For more stock ideas and analysis, check out stockideas.org or subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks very much for watching.